Hey everybody, this is Quad Nines here with a pickup update for my Cube, EDH, just general foily or interesting cards. I'm trying a little bit better lighting thanks to McQuack's video on the TCG community. Got a little more light from the side, not so much up top. It does get a little shadow here, but not so bad. So this is one of the cards I'm really excited about. It's a full Skithrix, the Blight Dragon. A lot of people love this card, Skittles, people call it, but the art's just great. It's a really sweet card. I'm going to make an EDH deck around it, trying to get together my list right now. Actually, hopefully I'll have an EDH deck tech soon. But anyway, I got this pretty cheap. It was around, I think I got it for 14, which I've seen it go for 20, 25. So really excited about that one. Got another couple fulls here on the cheap. These were like $1, I think, for the Goblin Electromancers. I'm going to put them in my Modern Storm deck I keep around just for rainy days. A full pack breaking and entering. Of course, it's got a promo art, but I like the pack art on this one a bit more. And I've got a Grixis EDH deck, and I like Mill, so not too bad. Picked up another Cassie's Trickster. I had one a while back in foil, and just it sees play in Legacy and Modern Merfolk some, so I thought shiny Merfolk, not bad. Scavenging Ooze. This is the promo one. You see these really cheap now. This one was, I think, $4. Got it, and it's a full copy of a Legacy and Modern playable card, so you can't really go wrong. I figure these will start going back up after rotation, and there's not as many of these out there as you would think. It's just with it being a pretty easy to get promo. It's not as expensive as you think it'd be. So I like the original art, but this one's fine. And just got a couple full elves, just because you can never have too many full elves. I've got Modern, Legacy, and EDH elf decks, so shiny elves I can always use. Now the biggest part of this video is because I get a little bit more fully goodness from my cube. Not all of them are full. Some of them are just pickups that I might not have had before, or maybe they don't come in full. Anyway, I got a Hero Bladehold. I had the promo art in the cube, so this one I like more. I got it along with the Skithrix. I got it for 14 as well, so pretty sweet. Wrath of God, the full art, full promo. I don't generally like running the full art textless promos in my cube. The only ones I do run are the Wrath effects. I've got Wrath of God now, Damnation, and Day of Judgment, because, look at the art. You can kind of tell what this card does. It's not Cryptic Command, so, no problems. Mystical Tutor, the Wrath of God, the Mystical Tutor, and one more card. I actually got from a guy on Twitter. A lot of the people I kind of trust had dealt with him before. He had some cards for sale, so I thought, why not? Mystical Tutor is the only full copy out there. Is the From the Vaults, I believe. And I love the card, so had to get a full copy. Phantasmal Image, one of the best clone effects ever. For just 2 mana, you can copy the best thing on the board. Sometimes it has end of the battlefield effects, so you're going to get some value, even if they have to, if they can just target it and kill it. It gets recurred with Sun Titan, yada yada yada. Very good card, so have to pick up a full copy of that. This is the Remand. I did do a video a while back about my Card Kingdom order. So some of these you may have seen before, but I'm just updating the cube now. So I got the F&M Remand. Really cool art. You don't see it as much as the Ravnica art, or especially the dual deck that's out now. But I like this one a lot. Really glad to pick it up. Now this is the full Frantic Search, which is very hard to find actually. In good condition anyway. This one came all the way from Russia. So got an eBay auction with, got 5 or 6 other cards from the same guy. And this one, I like Storm, and this fuels my Storm need. So, win it out, draft Storm, and this is just always a good card, getting to draw 2 and discard 2. And untap land, so it's practically free. Diagraph Ghoul had the full art game day promo in the cube. I kind of like the set art a little better. And, this was cheap. I think it's like $0.25. Can't go wrong there. Consuming Vapors, one of the better removal spells for cube, just because it's just got so much value. It gets around hexproof or indestructible when them having to sacrifice it. You gain the life, not irrelevant in some cases, and the rebound can just keep them from playing anything the next turn. If they only had the one creature, then they don't want to play this into an empty board because they're just going to sack it. So, or play a creature into that. So, Seething Song, more fully Storm goodness. There's a reason this is banned in Modern. It's a very strong card, enables quick wins, and I've got a shiny one. So, Explore, one of the better early green spells you can cast is Ramp. Of course, you have to have the land, but a lot of times you do, or you can draw into it. It's also a green card draw, and it's John Avon art, which it's very simple, but just in full, it looks very good. So, Awakening Zone, one of my favorite green ramp cards in my entire cube. I haven't first picked it before, because I've usually the pack's got something in it I'd rather have, but I have second, third, fourth picked it many, many times. It's a very strong card. People underestimate it a lot, but very strong. Indrik Stomp Howler, just really good removal for that thing that's bothering you, whether it be an artifact or enchantment. You have to be careful, though, because it's not a May ability. Sometimes you might blow up your own stuff, but it's still a 4/4 for 5, which is pretty good. Ashen Rider replaced, I've had one in the cube, but this is the full one. It replaced Angel of Despair when it came out. It's generally just better. It has to die to exile things, which is good, because if you were, blinking it, getting 2 a time, that would just be really bad for your opponent, that is. But the fullness is just really sweet. The teeth, and so really like that card. Maelstrom Pulse, this is the other one I got from Twitter. Had a regular one, but wanted the set full. Nothing wrong with the, was it Conspiracy? It's Modern Masters. It was in Modern Masters. Nothing wrong with that. It's the same art. I just kind of like the set full and got a good deal on it. So, Solemn. I kind of wanted this one over the Mirrodin art. I know it was the invitational card, the Mirrodin one, but I kind of like this art. I don't know why. And got to have full Solemn, all the value, just drawing cards, getting lands, good stuff. Now this is one of the ones that set me back a little bit more than I wanted. It's still a good deal. It was less than SEG, but it was like 25 or 26. I can't remember now. But getting close to having all my lands in my cube that can be full, having them full. So really like this card too. Just I love blue-black control decks, and that's a very good card to have in one. These are just some cards I picked up because they're just $3, and I'm going to try them out in cube. I think they're really good. I don't know when I'll be opening more M15, so just if I can pick up a Mythic Bomb for $3 each, not too bad. Lapse of Certainty, just going to try it out. It's a white counter spell that puts it on top. That's on 3 mana, and they don't usually see it coming, so you can definitely blow people out with that. Ophiomancer, picked this up from, I think, Channel Fireball when I got some of the other fulls. It's a really strong card. I hadn't tried it out in my cube before, but it takes a real card to get rid of this, and then the snake that you have is going to take care of something. So it's definitely 2 for 1, and could be more if you let it get out of control. Just infinite chump blockers. So, or actually not chump blockers, infinite blockers that trade. Nature's Lore, you can't really get this in full, I don't believe. And this is the Portal 2 art, I believe, as well. Therese Nielsen, just really strong. It's good ramp. It just goes straight into play, so it kind of only costs 1. Same thing with Wood Elves. It's really good ramp. It gets to go get a forest card. It could be a dual land, whatever, and it goes straight in play, not tapped. So, and it's just a 1/1, and it's elf. So, all the synergies, values. Nissa Worldwaker, opened this up in a video not long ago. Really glad to get one for cube. It's a very strong card. Really can't wait to play with it and hopefully beat somebody down with 4/4s. Wheel of Fortune, another one of the cards I got from Card Kingdom. It's a very clean copy. I think they had it listed as excellent, but I mean, there's a little bit of wear on the back, but for a white border card, it's very clean. Once again, it's really good in Storm, but good in just about any deck that can play it. Drawing 7, just for that cheap, is unbelievably good. Grim Monolith was the last of the really strong mana rocks that I didn't have for cube. It's been one of the cheaper ones with 2 casting cost, gives you 3 mana. Of course, you have to pay to untap it, but still, at least it's some very explosive turns. These are just some cards I picked up to try out. I've tried some of them out before, but thought I'd give a few of them another shot. Daring Skyjack, trying to increase my white aggro. Same thing with Imposing Sovereign. I've tried it before. It worked out well. I just had to cut it at one point just for size, so I thought I'd give it another shot. Aether Adept, just any of the Mana War type effects are always good. And this one's shiny. So, ultimate price, I found this in a deck box in a deck I haven't played in months. So, and I realized I didn't have ultimate price in the cube. So, 2 chances to add it and then get a shiny copy in the cube. Underworld Connections, another one I got from the shop over by where my dad lives. I go in there and just rifle through his full binders, and usually makes me some pretty good deals. And this one, it's not quite as good as Phyrexian Arena, but you do get control over it. You know, if you get down to low life, it won't kill you. But good card draw. Generator Servant, one of the M15 foils I picked up on the cheap from my last order. It's very interesting card. I think it leads to some strong plays. You can get a 5-drop out on turn 3, of course, and it'll have haste. So you can also split up the colorless mana for 2 creatures and give 2 things haste. So it's definitely got some versatility. Flames of the Firebrand, I forgot that it wasn't in my cube. I don't know if I'd had it in and taken it out. But this one's shiny and it's Chandra blowing stuff up. You can get 3 for 1 sometimes. So very good. Stoke the Flames. MTG Headquarters previewed it. I didn't think it was all that strong. It looked solid. But after playing with it, it's just really good card. 4 damage, sometimes just for tapping 4 creatures. Genesis Hydra is 2 for 1. And you usually get a pretty big Hydra out of it. In the right deck, it can be very devastating. Reclamation Sage is just a strict upgrade over some of the enter the battlefield, blow that up cards. It gives you artifact or enchantment, and it's an elf and it only costs 1 green, so it's splashable. Dried Militant, just helping out the aggro and the wider green for 1-drops with 2 power. And lastly, Kior's Follower. Got it for a quarter, so it untaps things. I've got very strong permanents that like to be untapped. So, and it's a 2/2 for 2, and my Simic guild is not super strong in the cube. Sorry the video's taking a little while. I think I'm going on about 12 minutes. But, I mean, I had a lot of good cards here to look at, you know. So, the least of which, a new EDH General I'm going to build around. So, anyway, hope you liked the video, and I know I rambled a little bit, but thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.